middle town of where she lives.
Wow, that's awesome. That's exactly the point. We have to be hackers to be able to help others to get access to technology. And I'm so glad you named Newburgh as a technology capital, as a technology hub. Yes, we will have technology in Newburgh, so we'll make others join in Newburgh. So this way Newburgh will grow because Newburgh is so cool, right? I love Newburgh. It looks like you do too. Hey, I'm Amy coming. So finally the group is getting together. 4:15. Woohoo! Okay, guys, let me ask you, if we are starting at 4 and this doesn't work for your schedule, shall we move to 4:30, starting 4:30 and ending at 6? Just wondering if you have any obstacles or issues with starting at 4.
What'd you say?
The question is about the schedule. So we were starting at 4 and class was 4 to 5:30. If you cannot start at 4, shall we move it 30 minutes later? Yes, Amy.
Um, that's really sometimes an obstacle for me because most of the time I get out of school at 4:30
Wow. Okay.
and I would be joining half the class yes and then half the class no.
So saying that you're enjoying the class, you want to stick with the class, you're just asking to move it a little bit, like 30 minutes later, starting not 4:30, or not at 4, but at 4:30, right? It would work for you. Okay. How does it sound for Ayana? 4:30 it is? You want
Yeah,
to
I
do
normally
4:30?
come home around like 3. So yeah, that worked for me.
Okay. So 4:30 would work better for you, right? Yes? Okay.
Yes.
And how about Zoe?
What'd you say?
Start time. So the class was scheduled for 4 to 5:30, and we see the timing might be an obstacle. Shall we
So,
move it later?
um, sometimes today is a problem because my mom usually picks me up as a walker, so I'm early.
Hmm.
But sometimes it might be an issue because she can't because she's doing work and I have to take the bus. But sometimes it's good and I could get on the meeting at 4.
So do you think 4 or 4:30 would serve better for you?
I feel like I don't really know because sometimes
Let's put
maybe like
4:30. Like
yeah, probably 4.
if a lot of because you never know when you'll have the bus. So this way we know that 4:30 would work more better, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I see Arna is late today. Maybe the same issue with timing. Arna, how about moving the class to start 4:30? Would it serve better for you?
Yes, but I think I'll be fine. I think it was just for today because I have classes, but I have other classes that start at around the same time but end early. So I think I'll just skip that class.
So if you would choose between 4 and 4:30, what would be it?
I'll go with 4:30.
4:30 is okay? Okay,
Yes.
thank you. And Gianna, you're the last but not the least.
Yay! 4:30 would probably work better for me too because I don't really use my own device to come to coding.
Uh-huh.
So I would have to like wait for it to charge because it's never charged because I share it with my mom. So it's like she's always on it. So I'd have to wait for it to charge, which takes about at least 20 minutes. And then I would have to log in, which takes about 5. So
I see, I see. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me see. Did I miss anyone? Eden. Ooh, Eden, how about you? What's your schedule? How does your schedule sound like? What do you prefer? What would you prefer?
We could do the same one, like the regular, normal.
Sorry.
We
The
could do the
regular
same one at 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock, you would stick with 4? It's easier for you? 4 to
Yeah.
5:30?
Yeah, because I get off of school at 3:45, so I'm good.
But would you need a break if we would start at 4:30?
No, fine.
Finish at 6?
No, it's fine.
That's also sound good?
Yeah.
Because it looks like the majority are delay with the schools. So probably we will transition to 4:30, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Saying that, we're ready to start. Cindy, take the floor. It's your time. Welcome.
Hi everyone. Thank you for coming. Now that we have everything settled, let's do the lesson for today. So let me just present. All right, so today we are going to welcome to week 8. Well, let's answer in the chat what shows have you been watching? What have you been loving for today's daily question?
And the reason for it, Cindy is missing something to watch. She's seeking your advice, actually. She's taking an advantage of the group and her position to get your advice what to watch. What shows are good? What do you like? Yes, Zoe. Yes, please.
The Promised Neverland, I actually
For
am.
me, I feel like it's better to say out loud.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, okay. So my favorite one would be this Big Time Rush.
Nice. I'll take a look at it. I remember when that came out, I think when I was like in middle school, or I don't remember. But I remember that that came out as a show on Nickelodeon, so I do remember that. Amy, what would you say?
So I was watching some clips of Promised Neverland. And
Oh,
I
I'm
guess
watching it.
Ayana has been watching it too. And I'm on season 5 of My Hero Academia.
I love season
Wow.
5. I think that's the best season, in my opinion.
So the show is again, what the show is?
Promise Neverland.
Promised
Yeah.
Neverland.
It's
I
so
actually
good.
suggested that to Taylor on Monday.
Oh,
It just depends because there's also on Netflix, and that you're able to listen to that in English if you would like. But the new episodes would come on Hulu, which is only in Japanese. So you just have to put the subtitles for English. Yeah. But yeah, I really like it. I just started watching it. I think maybe like in January I started watching it. So yeah, it was really nice. I see 13 Reasons Why. That's really nice. I actually watched that too. The Finest. I actually haven't, so I'm gonna write that down because now I'm interested in that. Hold
cool.
on.
Yeah, it's LA's Finest. It's like a show that's on Netflix about a cop. It has a backstory though.
Oh, LA Finest. Okay.
Yeah, it kind of connects with like the Bad Boys movie.
Oh, cool. And an MHA. What is that?
Oh, My Hero Academia and Henita. I don't know how to spell that. It's
Oh.
anime.
Oh, the one that everybody else was talking about. Okay. Who else are you?
Zoe wants
Zoe.
Zoe is waiting for a while. And then Amy.
Okay, sorry before I got kicked off, but the show is Big Time Rush. It's about these 4 boys that ended up in Minnesota that they were hockey players, but then they turned out to be a big boy band known all over the world.
Wow. Okay. I'm writing it down too. Woohoo. Yes, Amy, you have something to add?
Maybe you've watched this, maybe you haven't. I would suggest watching 911. It's a series on Disney Plus about like a bunch of cop cases and stuff like that. The first clip is really sad though, and I didn't really like it.
Mhm.
I actually don't have the on Disney Plus, but when I go to my cousin's house, I might watch that.
Thank you for
Yeah.
all your
Thank you,
suggestions.
everybody.
It was really helpful. You see, sharing is caring. Let us sharing with you some other cool stuff we cooked for you today.
Thank you. So for the next, okay. So for our meeting agenda, again, we're gonna go over our goals, practices. We're gonna look over women in tech spotlight. So I'm gonna introduce you to someone in tech, and then after that, we're gonna work on our wireframe and talk about our websites.
Woohoo, websites. Woohoo, women in tech. We will make an impact.
All right, so best practices. Everybody knows this already by now, right? Mute your microphone, change your name, use the raise hand, keep your cameras on, okay? So I really would like that. And then use respectful language. So
We
next,
do want to see your faces, your beautiful smiling faces, and see your undivided attention to the group. Right?
yeah.
Please keep your cameras on.
So for today, we are going to look over Grace Hopper. Has anybody actually heard of her?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay. So she was born 1906 and she died on 1992. So let's do the math. What age did she die? Very long time, right?
Yeah.
Who knows math?
She was 84
Yeah,
or 86.
we're 86, right? Wait, hold on.
Okay.
No, 84. Hold on. The chat. 86. Hold on.
Hey, 86. Yes,
86.
86.
Yeah, 86.
Good,
86.
Amy. Good, Amy. Good math. But she was very special. Why? What's was special about her?
So at
Ooh.
the age of 86, wow. So basically, she was one of the earliest computer scientists, right? She invented the first compiler, first ever compiler, right? It translates code resembling English to machine code a computer could interpret, making it much easier and faster to write complicated programs. This technology continues today and use many modern programming language. She's as in quote, right? The most dangerous phrase we've always done it this way.
And I'm just curious about your feedback. Why this is so dangerous? We've always done it this way. Why this saying is so dangerous? What do you think? Just wild guess. We've always done it this way. So what's bad about it? Thoughts? Anyone?
I have a thought.
Sure, go ahead.
Well, isn't it sometimes bad to always do it the same way over and over and over again?
That's what she was saying. Sometimes it's bad to do it over and over and over the same way again because she believed,
Different?
yeah, you have to think different. But why?
Don't really know after that.
How about inventors? Can you invent anything if you do things the same way again and again?
No, you
Really?
can't, because if you keep doing it, it's gonna get old, and then you might, if you keep doing it over and over again, you might as well make like a totally different copy of it.
Here you go. Bingo. Exactly. This is the point. She said, this is dangerous because if you are trying to limit yourself, we've always done this way, right? So you don't have the room for innovations. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for sharing your thoughts. This was really great insight. Let's learn about her more.
Know some amazing women? Join Women's Stories as we highlight Grace Hopper, an amazing computer scientist, one of the first, and a U.S. Navy Rear Admiral. Grace was born in New York City in 1906. She was a curious child, and at age 7, she decided to see how an alarm clock worked. She took apart 7 clocks before her mother figured out what she was doing and took away 6. She did let Grace continue to investigate 1. Grace applied to Vassar College for early admission, but was rejected. She was admitted the next year and graduated from Vassar in 1928 with a degree in math and physics. She earned her PhD in math from Yale in 1934 and returned to Vassar to teach math. During World War II, Grace joined the U.S. Navy Reserves as part of the Mark I computer programming staff. While working on the Mark II computer, a pesky moth was stuck inside. Grace remarked that they were debugging the system. Today, we still debug computer programs, and Grace's moth is preserved at the Smithsonian. Next, Grace joined the team developing the UNIVAC 1, the second commercial computer developed in the US. Grace created a compiler to translate source code into computer language. In 1959, she worked on the committee that defined a new computer language, COBOL. Grace believed that programming languages should be close to English rather than machine code, which was the convention. She first retired from the Navy in 1966 at the age of 60, but the Navy recalled her to active duty because they still had work for her to do. By 1986, when she finally really retired, she was a Rear Admiral. After her final retirement from the Navy, she received many honors and traveled and lectured widely until her death at 85 in 1992. She is buried at Arlington National Cemetery. Today, Microsoft's Hoppers, the Grace Hopper Celebration of Women in Computing Conference, and the USS Hopper are just a few of the enduring tributes to her. This video is a Women's Stories production. Women's Stories is an open collaborative effort of women around the world to inspire, encourage, and celebrate women's lives.
So let's reflect about this video. That's a lot, right? So I can't believe she actually went to Vassar College. Do you guys know where that is? If you guys don't, it was 85. I guess she died before her birthday, so she would have turned 86. Yeah. So basically, Vassar College is actually right across crossing the bridge, I think. I remember. Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember that I used to run marathons, so I actually ran around the college for one of the marathons. But it seems really cool because she's from New York. We're from New York, all right? And she went to Vassar College, which is really close from here. And she worked so much, and then she studied hard, and she went to Yale, right? And that's a pretty big school, right? And would you like to say anything?
So she was local, right?
She was
Yes,
local.
Gianna. Yes, Gianna. What do you have to add?
Oh yeah, I had a question.
Sure.
My question is, how was she able to go to 2 different schools? If she went to Vassar College and then she went to Yale, how is that possible?
So first, usually, they said that she did her bachelor's, right? So there's different types of colleges. So when you basically, you all know this about elementary, then you go to middle school, then you go to high school. After high school, you can either go to community college or you can go to Furrier University. So what she did is she went to Vassar College first, and then I believe she went to Yale. So Yale is basically she did the graduate program. So there's two different things. Like there's like a different section for college where you can have your either associate's degree, bachelor's degree, master's, or doctorates, your PhD. So depending on which path you just keep going and studying, you can go to different colleges for that, or you can stay in one college. It depends what you want to study.
Right. And the more level you get, the more paid you're getting, the better pay and influence and impact. Make sense? Okay.
All right, so now let's answer some of these questions. So this is just an example, right? So bravery. What is the most interesting thing that Grace Hopper accomplished? Excuse me, spearheaded or invented?
Most interesting for you. No judgment.
Like stuff that she did that we think is interesting.
Yes.
I think something that's interesting is that she had the guts to do what she did, like go to all these colleges and stuff, because I just feel like, and like the Navy and stuff going back, like saying, like after doing it for a few years, like, I'm retired, then they need her back. Now I'm retired, she finally does it.
Cool. I like your perspective, Zoe. Yes, Amy. What's your thoughts?
I was going to say almost the same thing as uh her and
Colleges.
yeah.
This is the most cool thing. Just learning.
Yeah, and also the fact that she's like someone you can rely on, because okay, so she retired first, right? And then they needed her back. And she didn't just say, no, I'm not retired. I'm retired already. I'm not going back. She actually had the courage to go back. And then she officially retired. And I think it's amazing how she went to like both colleges.
That's cool. Thank you, Amy, for sharing your perspective.
Mhm.
Who's next? Arna?
So I think like how she made her first program work. Like it took her like a lot of years of college, and she had to work really hard to get the degrees. So it took her like many years to create the first program, and how she had to work really hard for it.
Good perspective. Thank you.
Mhm.
She was curious enough, right? She was like interested in more, going deeper. Cannot stop learning. Always curious. Thank you, Arna. It's good perspective. Okay, Gianna, what's your?
I think the most interesting thing that she did was when she was rejected by the different by Vassar College and the Navy, that she kept going even at her age so much that she kept going to get into the college and to get into the Navy during World War II.
Yay, because she knew she can make an impact. That's great observation. Thank you, Gianna. It's awesome. Yes, you have to have your stamina or resilience to do what you want to do. Or if you believe you can make an impact, just go for it. That's awesome, girls. We're on the same page. Yay. We will make an impact. That's why we're here. Right? Okay, Cindy.
Let's just, since we already learned a lot, let's go to the actual lesson because it's already 4:40. All right, so let's go back. I know that last week we were talking about Scratch. I wanted to look back into our website in our groups, right? I know that we were talking about the wireframes long before, but I would like to review that because I'm not sure if just to have more details on it. So for the website planning, just think about these questions for your group, right? As we discussed, you know, we would like, depending on what your topic is for your groups, right? Do you guys remember what your groups are about? Like, do you remember your project you guys planned on?
And you don't need to stick with this. I remember Ayana, Zoe, and Gianna were on group 1, and Amy, Arna, Ed, and Anita were on the group 2. That's what I have. Do you remember what was it about? What did you want to do? It would be nice just to recall it, okay? But it's not necessarily. You can start it from the scratch.
Okay. So as long as you just think about your topic of what you guys want to talk about, okay? So basically our whole goal, right, is that we want to make a whole website, and that we would like you to have your website to perform different pages. So like a portfolio, a take action, a more info. So just right now you can just aim for 3 pages total. Have an index page, which could be your main page, and then have your information. And then the other 2 pages could be entirely up to you and your group. It would just depend on what kind of website you're building, right?
What is that? Sorry, I didn't.
To me? Okay. So next. For your these are some questions that you would need to like decide with your group. So what is your concept of your website? What are the key functions you would like your website to do? How would you break your website into pages? Each website must be a minimum of 2 pages. So again, you can have your about me page, you can have your main page, whatever information you have, depending on what your topic is, that's what you're gonna write about, as long as you have 2 pages, right? So let's go over creating wireframes. So wireframes refer to visual planning of the website. How will each page be structured? Where will the images be versus the text? Where will the navigation bar go, and how will it be shaped? So these are just examples of different types of websites. So on the first one, you'll see like it has an image. You can like swipe, it will rotate. This one has a video and information. This one has like different boxes. It just depends, right? Whatever you would like to do. So now let me go back to another slide and let's review over wireframes. Okay. So let's set our goals and let's make a to-do list. So what do you want to accomplish, right? I want to make a website. All right, so these are our pages. We're gonna do a home page, a cat page, dog page. This is just made up. It's not like what you're going to do, okay? This is just an example. All right.
Yeah, for example, I love dogs and cats, both, right?
Yeah. So we break our tasks down, right? What's going to be in your homepage, right? So I want a button. I want to link to a cat page, and I want to link to the dog page, right? So and this is how it's going to look like. So basically, if you see these slides, this is what I want, and this is our like preview of what we want to have it look like, okay? Next, on my cat's page, let's say I want a cat GIF or GIF, however you guys say it, right? Or image, we can put it here. And I want the information saying I am a cat. That's what I want on my cat page. On the next page, it's gonna be the dog page. Let's say I want a picture of the dog. We'll have the picture of the dog here. We have a text saying I'm a dog, right? Next is that we're going to prioritize our task. So we want to have the home page first. We want to have the cat page second. And the third page, we want it to be dog. All right, next is the user experience, right? So this is, I just showed you what the designer, like, what we would want our website to look like, depending on how we're planning it, right? Now, this is the side of the user, so what they would see, right? So the user would see this as their home page, as their first page. That's what directly, once you click on the website, that's what you have, the home page, and you'll see the link of the cats and the link of the dogs. And there's a button that says click me, right? Next, the user says, I wonder what that button does, right? So they click on the home page, and that home page goes to the home page, right? Clicks button. Next, the user says, I want to see a cat. So what it does is it goes to the home page, it clicks on the cat's link, and this is the cat page, right? It would talk about the different types. Next, the user says, I want to see the Puss in Boots. It's gonna click on the cat's page, click on the on this link, right? And then, it'll have the image of what we want, right? Next. Now this is basically the website, right? In the website design process, we have the header, we have the body, and we have the footer. So let's think about this. The header is the head, the body is the body, and the footer is our feet. Okay? So usually, this is an example, right? We'll have the header up here. It says the home, yo-yo characters, and HMU. The body has all this context, right? And then the footer would be the search bar, the roundabout, and the recent post, or the contact us in the bottom, right? This is just an example. Next, define the project. Why, what, and who. So you see the header? It's the first thing that the user would see. The body is followed by the contact. And the footer, less important stuff, but you kind of still want to put information there. You don't have to do this, but we really want you to have a header and a body, most importantly, right? So first off, name your project. So the team, what do you want to do? What is it? What is your story? Who is it for? Think about these things when creating your website, right? Next. Yes, do you have a question?
For when it says, what, I forgot the question. I'm pretty sure is, oh yeah, what is the story? What does it mean by that?
Like, what do you want to talk about in your website?
So, for example, let's say somebody makes like a website for like, maybe helping someone, or would we put like for helping someone, or?
Sure. This
Yes.
is your reason. You want to make an impact, so you just communicate what kind of impact you want to make. I want to help people to find the best restaurants ever, or I want to just brag about myself. So my story is about myself, about me, or about history of my family. or my beloved Newburgh. I love Newburgh so much, right? So I want to tell the story about Newburgh because I do want people to admire it and relocate and lower our taxes.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
So it's always a story. Always the reason. Actually, can I share my homework?
Yes. So let me go back to this and go to you. So you can go.
Thank you. I did a tiny website, very simple one. You can see it, right? It's just one page, and you see the header here. I was interested to tell people about my weekend. How did I spend my weekend? And it was beautiful, and I just wanted to share images. So you can see when you click on those images are changing. This is a beautiful creek. This is a beautiful winter tree. And this is a skier. And this is my friend. But it's only me who knows it. You see, what else I did here? For example, if I click the image, it's getting bigger. So that's what I coded. And I did it all with HTML, the one we are learning. But as you can see, still, the structure of this is very simple. This is the header. Here's my story, telling you about my weekend. And here's the body, which has 4 bullets and images. That's where we live. This is a beautiful Hudson Valley. You can see the winter and the slopes. I believe in Hunter Mountain. So saying that, I did it. Was it cool? Was it story? You can tell story about anything and make it interactive. Cindy, your turn.
Anybody have any questions? So basically, what she did was to the wire. How would you say?
Wireframe?
Wireframe. Yeah.
I coded the wireframe. I coded what I planned.
Yes. So basically, that's what we were talking about before. You know, we want to make sure that we have like a mindset of what we're going to do and how we want our website to look like. For example, let me just share my screen real quick. This just talks about what we were talking about before. This is an example. So I kind of want you guys to do this because I like this idea, right? It talks about like what your pitch is. So I would like for us to do this, right? In your groups, you can do like a slide deck, or you can do and just talk about what you want to write about, your pitch, right? You're gonna write about put what your name of your project is. You're gonna write your team member's name, and you're gonna write what is it? What is the story, right? So for example, this one says it is a website that links to images and GIFs of an animated cats and dogs. It is a simple website to show the importance of planning, formatting, and styling. We also wanted to show how websites evolve over time. The next question is, why do you want to do it, right? We want to show our students how to make a website using simple HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And the next question, who is it for? So I would like to take this time for us to reflect with our groups to answer these questions, right? We want to make a website. That's basically the whole goal, right? So let's have our planning phase and let's think about our topic, why we want to do this, and who is it for? So should we do breakout rooms or how
Yes,
would we?
yes, I'm taking care of breakout rooms, but let's sketch it. You can sketch it on actually on the piece of paper, no problem, or you can use Google Slides to do that. But keep in mind, this is like homepage and 2 more pages, like siblings underneath it. So the group number 1 is Ayana, Zoe, Gianna. Group 2, okay. Oops. Ayana, Zoe, Gianna. And Arna, Amy, Eden. Arna, Amy, Eden, Anita. Okay. So I think we're good. Checking again.
So is it okay if I show the link that let's see. Basically they will have to make a copy of the link. I like the format this way. They can either do the slide deck or they can answer the questions in the doc. Is that okay? Okay.
Grab
So
the link, click the link, and I'm inviting you to the breakout rooms just to talk your ideas through. What is it? What the story is about you want to share, and who is it for? Come to the agreement and show us what your free pages are about. Cool? Please join breakout rooms.
All right. Do you know how to make one or?
Yeah. So on the top left-hand corner, it says file. Click it and it's all said to make a copy.
Okay. I'm making one right now. Should I do share it with the same people or?
If you share with the same people, they can edit it and see like what
Okay,
you're
but
typing.
does that mean that everyone can edit it or does that mean that only we can edit it?
Everyone can edit it. So don't click that option.
So what do we do?
And do copy. Okay, so I'll present my screen. So
Okay,
you
yeah.
can see it. Okay, so when you're on this page, you just click file and it'll say to make a copy. So you can like name it whatever you want or put it in any folder. And just click OK. So it'll create the same thing as it was before, but only you can be on this one.
Okay, so can you share that with me or are we making our own copies?
I'll share it with all you guys.
Okay.
Give me your emails.
Yeah, mine is here. Wait, I'll put it in the chat so that way you can copy and paste it. Okay. Okay, there we go. I put it in the chat. So okay, and now I should go. Okay, I see. Okay, I'm opening it. Okay, I have it open. Well,
Oops, welcome back. It's totally fine. I see you don't want to stop working. You did such a good job. So for those of you who still want to continue, I will keep breakout rooms for you, like extra 20 minutes after the class.
Yes.
You want it?
Yeah.
Woohoo! It was fun. Finally, it was fun. Look at that.
I can't access the Discord, so it's not like I can like work on it because my phone broke, so I don't have access to Discord.
Information.
Okay, so Cindy will be helping you with troubleshooting to get to Discord, and definitely I will allocate 20 more minutes for you just to continue fun, and feel free to do it beyond the hours, okay? That's fun. Shall we share what we've done so far? Because I'm so jealous.
Yes.
Yes. So
Okay.
it looks like you will be leading it.
Okay, so we changed our idea. Like we were
Yeah,
gonna do
because
a-
what we were going for was too big and we really couldn't handle it.
yeah, it's not possible. Actually,
It's not possible to do it. We'll probably take us a year to do it.
Yeah.
Yet.
So we decided to go with like an all about me page, but it's like
Yeah,
for
but
both of
it's
you
called
guys.
Forever Friendship.
Mhm.
That sounds great.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I think Diana thought of it.
yeah. No, I thought about it. I
Oh, well, Diana
Well,
wanted
the
to
idea
call
was
it the
mine.
Diana.
yeah, wait, yeah, so I
group,
thought of
and
the
then
idea.
Zoe was like, "We're just gonna say getting rid of Diana."
Yeah,
I didn't mean it. Sorry, I didn't mean it. Okay, so our social impact project we're building was social impact project. How we're gonna build it is our information page is about me and my friends. Like we're gonna build it by doing like different websites, maybe even Scratch to add in stuff. Oh, and how are you building a social impact project for how Ziona? I'm gonna read what Ziona said. This is not this is not what I said. I'm really sorry. It's how do you dookie? Okay, no, I'm sorry about that, but the other one that we didn't get to do all of it, but the other one was, let me see if I can find it. Our goal in this project, our goal is to make people feel like they have a friend and not feel left out.
Sounds great for me. So many people do need it. Awesome. So you will continue working in 15 more minutes. Okay, let's talk about other group. Amy, yes, what have you done? Arna,
So
Anita,
we were in a group, and since
Eden.
today's Earth Day, we kind of based it off that. So we did trees and recycling.
Sounds so cool.
We haven't thought
Other
of
things that can help save the earth.
a name yet, but we chose like both our topics because we were all like trying to decide a name, and then we decided that took up most of our time, so we only got to like 2 questions, but we were really thinking about it.
That's great. And you shared the document together, so you're working on the document, you can get the wording together, right?
Yeah.
So you will have the paragraphs ready to publish, copy paste it.
Yeah.
Web page. Put it into the doc.
Yeah.
Woohoo! You guys rock it. I'm so glad. It's just empowering me seeing such a cool teams, awesome teams. Eden almost missed it, but I bet you will connect with her on Discord. Please help her to get together, okay? And Anita, how did you feel, Anita?
Yes,
How was it for you?
it was interesting.
Okay, tell me more.
The Earth Day concept, I liked it because in class when we were have my algebra teacher, we were talking about it in class. I was like, oh, that's cool. Maybe something like I could base something off of Earth Day, and an opportunity came by.
here's the opportunity, but this is such a broad topic, you know?
Yeah, that's why I wanted us to focus more on, because I know right now everything is like, let's say it's not totally messed up, but it's kind of messed up. So what if the trees produce more oxygen? So that's why I was like, let's base it on trees. Like, let's have a topic on trees on there. And the recycling part is also good because now the ocean is probably filled with plastic. It's not probably, it is filled with plastic. So recycling also helps with that. And if it's possible to use plastic to make a renewable energy, that would be also nice.
Wow. So I see the potential for your project to grow, but at least if you will have 2 pages like trees, getting more trees and recycling plastics, then you will be able to add pages to these, talking about renewable energy or whatever you would like to expand, right? But those 2 topics are really the best. We're so lucky to live in the Hudson Valley with a lot of trees, but not so many people do. That sounds so cool for me. Thank you. You guys are rocking it. You guys are awesome. That's great. Cindy, what do we want to do next? Stand up?
If we can do the weekly stand up, yeah, and then they can work into groups after if we have time. But yeah, we can do the.
But going forward, we will learn how to do it. Make your design, work on your design, or at least put together some words, say, that's the words I want. These are photos. Store some photos which you want to your website. Start collecting the information. Start thinking about the structure. Deal? Homework?
I'll share right now the homework. I've been logged out, so I'll be right back. It's loading.
You guys are leaders.
Okay, so let's look at for our homework. So let's look at homework first. So I want you guys to either like find a way to communicate with each other, because I know that you guys have your great ideas, but the thing is, again, we have to make sure that you guys do communicate over the week. So I suggest making a Discord server. I'll make this video available in the chat so that if you guys need any help, I'll put that in the chat for the Discord. If you don't have Discord, you can also use Google Chat. Or, if you guys have another method of communication, as long as you communicate with one another, just continue working on your wireframes and your ideas. I would also want you to work on Scratch project, right? We might share this next week. So you can make one as About Me project or make your own, right? This is for you to learn hands-on. So just create and explore, okay?
I believe it's fit so well the project About Me project Ayana and Zoe and Jana was talking about, right? You can create you can create your avatar using Sprite. Jana,
Exactly.
Do you have a question? Yes, Jana.
Yes.
Go ahead.
My question was like, okay, so like I said, my phone, the internal battery of it died, and that was my only way to get to Discord. So now I have no access to Discord, and I tried using the invitation link in the Google Classroom, but it keeps saying that like it's expired.
Yeah, it might expire. I might need to send you another one. Let me take care of it right now, and I will put it into the chat right now. Okay? And we will let Cindy finish the class. Then those who want to stay in breakout rooms, we will do that.
So for our last thing is we're just going to do the weekly stand-up. So anyone, what did you accomplish this meeting? Give an example how you were brave, resilient, and creative and purposeful. Do you need help with anything the next meeting? I know that I have written down Ziana and Eden would need help with Discord, right? So I'll send you a message privately so we can arrange a time. And then yeah, anything would like to share? Anyone would like to share? Amy?
So I may not be able to share this now. But at the end of the class, I remember you taught me and you said we had homework for like the name thing.
Would you like to share it?
Sure. I just need to present my screen.
Yeah. So Amy wasn't able to attend class last week, but we did have like a little session and she made her own project. So now she's gonna share out what she did.
Okay. So it may not be very good because it's not really the best. But
I think what you've done is the best.
I
No
like it.
obligation.
I could try. That's what I made so far, and you would just type in your name, and that's pretty much what I made because I had to go a lot of places this week and I still had school. So but I was working on this and that's really all I got done, but I feel like it's not the worst, but it's not the best either.
Phew, look, so many people didn't do anything and you did. That's awesome, Amy. This is your moment of glory. Everything what you do to make your sun shining, to make your name playing is the best.
Wow, really good job. I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot too.
Anyone else would like to share from last week or anything last minute things? No?
Yes, Zoe.
Oh, Zoe.
Okay, so it's about the letters thing. I'm see if I can get it up. But I added new stuff to fit my to fit stuff that I like music. I had like guitars, like different music instruments, and like my letters are like on the stage. So I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. Turn my camera off so it can load better. I'll be right back. I'll tell you when it loads.
I see Eden is in Discord, I guess, right?
Yeah, I think so. But she left the meeting already. But she said she was in it. So now I think now it's just
she was
Yana.
experiencing issues with Wi-Fi. Okay.
Yeah.
So everybody sees the link to join Discord. This link will expire in 7 days. Join now if you didn't join it yet. Okay.
Well, so I think we're done for today. So I hope you guys all have a good weekend. Don't forget the homework and just work together. Okay.
And I'm opening breakout rooms for those who want to stick another 15, 20 minutes. You guys are awesome. See you next week. Otherwise, welcome to breakout rooms.